Hey, how's it going? Last night I said I was gonna make a part two of beer tasting. Um, I didn't get around to it because I had uh, the remainder of the Hobgoblin, and then I went, well, I'll lay down in bed, for 5 minutes, kind of think things over, and I woke up and it was the next morning, so that was not ideal. Um, well, the Hobgoblin. I may buy it again, may not. It's $2.19. Not a lot of money to invest. Tastes alright. A bit on the weak side, but hey, what do you want? Anyway, we're gonna try a new beverage. Captain, there's Starfleet beverages on board. One of them is Vulcan. It's this Greek beer that has arrived in in the government liquor stores. Um, Greece is not well known for having particularly good beer, so I'm not imagining this to taste that super amazing. I bought it because it says Vulcan on it, so I figured, hey man, I'd give it a shot. It's not Romulan ale, but I can feel like I'm part of Starfleet, high command, important stuff. Yeah, you watch. Here, I'll drink this beer and I'll prove it to you with my superior intellect and logic. Cool, calm, and collected. Anyway, yeah, this beer is from Greece. Um, it's got an interesting cap to it, if you can see there. It's got an eye, which always, I don't know, in Western culture usually simplifies Illuminati type stuff. This doesn't particularly look like that sort of all-seeing eye, but and that doesn't mean anything when it comes to beer anyway. Quite a few beers have ominous sounding names. Uh, just trying to find the percentage on this. I don't think it's very high. Yeah, it's only 5%, so it's stronger than the Hobgoblin. I forget what I paid for it. I bought it a couple days ago. Um, let's see what is the first ingredient. Well, it has fragrant Sangitorni honey in it, an essence of citrus medica leaf, a fruit brought to Greece from Persia by the army of Alexander the Great. Okay, that's fascinating stuff. I'm going to open this beer now, give it a try. Um, like I said, it's Greek, so I'm going to take that in consideration before I drink it, so I don't just spit it out because it's completely disgusting. I forget the name of a Greek wine. It starts with an R that you get in Greek restaurants. It's got kind of a herby kind of taste to it. That's not bad. So I shouldn't be so quick to judge Greek alcohol, but I mean that is where the legend of the god of wine. I forget his name too. Really should ought to look that up before I made this video, but I didn't. Anyway, I'm gonna open it up with this bottle opener. This is on my keychain, and the thing about it is, it's got a very nice bend to it. I've worked many years doing that. I've had this keychain for like 10 years. Carry it with me everywhere. It's just, I do. Anyway, these things are actually hard to come by. You look on eBay, and it's been a few months since I looked, but when I looked, they were 40 bucks a piece for these things. 40 bucks for a piece of metal on your keychain. Okay, want to play that way? Fine. There is a bottle opener that my friend gave me. Nothing fancy about it. It's just regular bottle opener. You probably can't see it, but where's it on the other side? It's made in Canada, if that means anything, but you know, it's pretty rudimentary. It, yeah, I'm sure it get the job done, but I specialize in opening bottle caps without denting the bottle cap. Uh, it's not hard. You just need a good bottle opener, and you gotta be, you know, not so rammy about it. You gotta just don't have to just like completely rip it off. You know, just a little delicacy is all it takes. Because this is an interesting bottle cap, and I would like to save it. In a moment, I will show you some of the ones I have in my immediate surroundings. Um, yeah, I mean, it took 1 second longer to do it, and as you can see, there's no dents. So therefore, this is a good bottle cap. Actually, the friend who gave me the bottle opener collects bottle caps. I have not given him my good ones. I gave him a couple of alright ones. Like I had a Le Chouffe one that had it had a little gnome on it, and it was green. That was a good bottle cap. I thought I had more of them, but I can't find them, so I guess I don't. And they don't sell Le Chouffe in the liquor stores anymore. That was a pretty good beer. I believe it was Belgium. Anyway, for what I was going to make this video about was testing out this Vulcan beer. No doubt, some person out there who identifies himself as a Vulcan will be watching this video, and I will be critiquing their beer. So it tastes. Oh God, never again. Very gross beer. I mean, I'm drinking it warm. I mean, that's to be considered, but I'm used to drinking beer warm. I mean, it's not the most repulsive thing I've ever tasted, but it is not a good tasting beer. I didn't think the Greeks could make good beer, and this is evident that they cannot. Um, just for the nostalgia of trying a beer called Vulcan, if you want to do that, that's acceptable. But just buy one. You don't want to buy 6 of these things and go, well, I'm going to make it. Because it'd be kind of a gross night. Unfortunately, the only other beverage I have at my disposal is an Okanagan apple cider. I'm sure I could scrounge up a beer somewhere, like a Sapporo or something, but yeah, I'd asked my dad to get me a creme de menthe, but it was getting late into the evening, and he doesn't really go out when it gets dark. It's just the way he is. He doesn't like crossing over to the road to go to the liquor store more than once in a day. I don't know why, it's not a far walk. But anyway, this beer, out of 10, I would give it probably a 6, and that's being generous. Like, if there was a 6-pack of them and I needed alcoholic beverage, I would drink them, but I'm not going to buy a Vulcan again anytime soon. It was worth, you know, the effort they put into it. You know, I'm not going to say that that they're abysmal at making beer, and they should just stay in the children's section and let real people who know how to make beers do the work, particularly the Belgians, the English, and I guess to a lesser extent the Austrians and Germans. But you know, the best beers come from Belgium and England. France has, you know, most people when they think of a French beer, they think of Stella Artois, which is an alright beer. I had it a lot back in the day, so I don't buy that one so often anymore. I hear there are different types of them as well. I've only had the basic one that you get over here. They do have a Stella Artois cider now that's available in government liquor stores, but maybe worth trying in the future. Anyway, this is my video about the Vulcan beer. Oh, but I did want to show one thing before I ended this. I'm not going to show you all my bottle caps. I mean, I do have one of the Hobgoblin, which I'm going to keep. I'm not giving that to my buddy either. I have another one around here somewhere. Where did it go? Oh. I forget what beer this is, and it's really annoying me. I'm sure I could figure it out. On the barrel it says Anno 1927. I got it in a restaurant that was called Stella's at the time. It's now called Beercraft. And I drank this beer out of a glass that was shaped like an egg. Like, it wouldn't balance on its own. It had a little wooden platform for it to rest on. And if I could get my hands on that beer glass, that would be amazing. They have variations of that, obviously nowhere near as good, on eBay. And in the future, I will purchase such one. Like, they've got a horn on eBay, which is kind of cool, but it looks of inferior quality in comparison to the egg goat beer that I drank. Anyway, the video gone on long enough. I've tried the beer, 6 out of 10. That's what I got to say. Talk to you guys later. Have a good one.